What really happens inside your body when you choose that latte or the donut for breakfast? Let's dive deep. First of all, when you're drinking the foo-foo coffee and you're getting in the lattes, you understand that you're getting in 183 grams of sugar, you guys? Sugar, that's insane. It's the equivalent of 17 donuts. But whether you're choosing the fancy lattes in the morning or you're choosing the donuts, I want you to understand what exactly is happening to you. Now, this is important, guys. When you have that donut or you have that latte or you're having sugar and carbs for breakfast, your first meal of the day, you're gonna spike that blood sugar up in an hour and it's gonna come down in 2. Why does it come down so quickly? Because of insulin. Insulin is that wonderful hormone that's gonna push that blood sugar out of your bloodstream where it's causing damage with that thick, viscous blood and put that sugar stored into your fat, stored into your liver, stored a little bit into your muscle. Now, here's the 2 big things to understand here. Number 1, this elevated insulin. Your insulin level is gonna stay high, possibly up to 8 to 10 hours after that high sugar, high carb meal. When insulin is high, you cannot burn this for fuel. You're in FAT storage mode when this is high. Very important to understand. Number 2, when your blood sugar comes back down to baseline, it triggers this. Triggers hunger, a feedback response to have you crave more and more and more sugar. So what happens when we're having these carb and sugar dense meals? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Well, this is exactly what happens over time. Insulin resistance occurs, the insulin receptors aren't working the way they should, and now your blood sugar is on the rise. After lunch, blood sugar is super high. Even without a meal, blood sugar's in the 200s, in the 300s. This is thick, viscous blood that does damage, causes heart attacks and strokes. Then this occurs. The waistline continues to thicken. Type 2 diabetes ends up occurring over time. So if you have these symptoms, the low energy, the belly fat, the constant hunger, the brain fog, the skin tags, the excess fat, PCOS, if you're having any of these symptoms, you're having an insulin resistance issue, which is just a problem because you've been eating these sugar and carb dense meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, storing fat for fuel and unable to use that fuel throughout the day because of this elevated insulin. So what's going to happen over time? The diagnosis of type 2 diabetes continues to climb and climb and climb and climb. Now, 537 million people have diabetes and that number continues to grow. So many are undiagnosed. So then here comes the big question. What can we do about it? This is what my team is doing. We're drinking this beautiful yerba mate tea twice a day, increasing the GLP, keeping the hunger cravings at bay. Here's the most amazing part about it. Our yerba mate tea has more fat-burning chlorogenic acid and more mood-enhancing theobromine than any other on the market. You guys, it's not even comparable. When you add this simple herbal tea to breakfast, increasing your GLP, increasing your ketone production, and increasing that fat burning for the first 2 hours of your day, you can push back your first meal of the day, giving your gut some time to reset, to rebuild your gut microbiome, less calories, less money that you're spending through the drive-thru, less inflammation, and you're keeping down those sugar spikes 1/3 of your day, keeping that insulin level low so that your body has to dig deep to find sugar to use as an energy source. If you're not eating the sugar, where is it coming from? It's coming out of your liver and it's coming out of your FAT, the fat cell. It's all about shrinking those fat cells and using this stored energy as fuel. Eat your love handles for breakfast. But wait, that's not all. We also have this wonderful biomatrix powder. Mixes into this viscous solution with phytosterols that helps block cholesterol right at the gut, as well as provide some bulk so that you don't eat quite as much. And look at this, 43% lower glucose response. And this is studied, scientific studies. University of Sydney, Cleveland Clinic, UNLV, Health Canada approved. We have the studies behind this that show that it works, helping lower the cholesterol, lower the glucose spikes. So glucose spikes down, insulin spikes down. Why does it matter? This is what it looks like. This is what the scientific studies have shown, that without that balanced biomatrix of fiber taken before your carb and sugar dense meals, this is what happens. That insulin stays high and it can be high for up to 8 to 10 hours. This is essential because your body cannot burn fat for fuel when the insulin levels are high. You're constantly in sugar storage mode and you're never in sugar burning mode. However, when you drink this beautiful balanced matrix of fiber before those sugar and carb dense meals, look at this. Less sugar spike, less insulin spike. Your insulin is back to normal within a few hours, and so is your blood sugar. And guess what? We're not getting this. Instead, you're getting down to baseline, and you're able to sustain your blood sugar levels and keep those insulin levels low so you're back to burning fat for fuel naturally faster. And with that, these are the kind of results you'll see. You'll see as a couple, you can go down 191 pounds. You can see in perimenopause, you can go from size 8s and 10s down to size 2s and 4s and balance your hormones. You can see as a truck driver, you can lose over 100 pounds sitting in a truck, 0 exercise required here, guys. And you can see as a type 2 diabetic, you can not only shed the belly, but completely reverse the blood sugar issues. So what's holding you back from getting off of the latte and the donut and the crazy carb and sugar addiction roller coaster and getting healthy?